What's up, guys? This is Johnson Mafia again. Today we're doing a high pressure fuel pump on a 05 Audi A6 3.2 liter V6. It's very easy to do. Pull the intake off. Pretty much you got all these bolts in here. All these bolts that screw into the plastic. They're all over here. They come off very easily, and all you have to do is unplug some vacuum lines back here, and then the connectors in the back. And also be careful when you lift up the intake before you take it off. You unplug this wire from the back and reel it out, because this is plastic, so it can break very easily. And this one too. And also this guy right here. Make sure you disconnect all these. It's usually easier if you spray some WD-40 in there to break it loose, and then take the intake off, and then you can access. And then also you have to pull this pipe out. I will show you that in the next video. You have to pull this pipe out to take out the intake. I mean, not the intake, the high pressure fuel pump. So a quick video. So these are the replacement, the green ones are the replacement intake gaskets, and these are the factory Audi ones. And they're going here, okay? And as you can tell, the Audi ones are a lot better quality. They have the tab, they're pretty much made to fit, and they have these little ridges that hold it in the intake, so when you go upside down, that gasket won't fall out. Now these pieces of crap from Victor Renz, pretty much, that's a branded gasket. It's just completely round, like a giant freaking rubber band. I could have just cut this out of silicone pipe myself and made one, but now if I turn these upside down, they might fall off. Who knows? Let's figure it out and see what happens. But you know, for German car guys, you guys know, don't waste your money on don't spend money on cheap shit. You know, get the good stuff. Always on German cars, you gotta get the proper gaskets, you know, factory gaskets that are just like this and not like this, because these will end up leading to problems. But I'm just gonna put them on anyways because it's not my car and whatever. But you know, we'll see what happens. And also now the fuel pump is back on. Bolts are tight. I had to take this off the old one. As you can see, I had to use a vice grip because this one's stripped a little bit. But I had to take this part off and put it on the take this part off the old one, put it on the bench vise, and pretty much heat it up. And this is full of gasoline, so I washed it with water real quick so it doesn't catch on fire and explode. And I took this out with the two bolts, put it on the bench vise, heated it up, and it came right out with the with a pair of channel locks. On this side, as we see, it's a little stripped, but it's tight now. So now we are getting ready to put everything back on with the new shitty intake gasket, and hope we don't have a vacuum leak. We'll see. But you have to pull to get this pump out. Yeah, I mean, if you pull out the front end, that's too much work. Trust me. To get these pumps out, you have to pull out this intake, another intake with a coolant pipe. You have to take this out. 2 bolts there. You see it moving. 2 bolts there. And they have a O-ring gasket, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. They stay in place. I mean, if they're completely flat, I recommend changing them, but these ones were still a little, you know, the lip was sticking out on the gasket, so it was sealed. So yeah, if you're gonna do anything, if you have to renew any coolant pipes on Audi or any German car, period, you would have to, I would recommend replacing them. But you know, since mine's, well, this is the customer's car, but since it was good, we're keeping it on and we're gonna see how it goes. All right, guys, so now we have the intake bolted down. Do not use an electric gun to tighten down these bolts, because the lower intake plenums on both sides are plastic. So use a ratchet, usually a stubby ratchet, so you don't over torque and strip. So now everything's back together. Well, I have to pull the belt on, and then I have to bleed the system of coolant. The bolts, if you have small hands, you could probably reach back in here and put the lower coolant hose pipe, the coolant pipe bolts in for this one right here. You know, the one I had to pull out. You could probably, you know, squeeze your hand in there and put it in, but you know, I have very big hands. I have extra larges. So It's tight, but you know, I can fit my fingers in there and barely get it on. But you know, just get you can fit your fingers in there. You could probably, you know, just tighten a couple of threads with your fingers, and then pretty much use an electric wrench it and tighten it, and that's it. We're gonna put the belt on, bleed the system, and then test drive it in a few. Alrighty then, so we got everything hooked up, and now we're doing the coolant. And pretty well, I mean, you can hear the pump making noise. Is what it is. But yeah, it started right up before it would spun out and sputter, and you have to give it gas to keep running because these pumps run over maybe 700, 800 psi of pressure, and it was just running off. The pump was bad on the old one, and it was only running on 70 psi. It's only pump pressure, fuel pump pressure, not the mechanical pump. Mechanical pump runs at like around 6 to 7, 800 psi. So yeah, now it's running good. We're going to be on with the system. Alright guys, we are now test driving the car, making sure it doesn't overheat and so forth. We're all good before it used to sputter and stuff. So, now we're going to give it some power. And now it hauls ass. So, it was definitely the mechanical fuel pump. If you're dealing with a Volkswagen Audi car with a mechanical fuel pump issue, or any kind of fuel issue, and it throws a fuel pressure regulator code, just remember on these cars the fuel pressure regulator is on the mechanical pump, so if it doesn't see fuel pressure, it's going to throw a regulator code. So yeah, but now as you can tell, it's got full power back again and the car moves. We're just waiting to see if check engine light comes on for a misfire or anything like that, because it was misfire 456 and now there's no misfire codes. And it's running pretty good. Not a bad car. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the content, you like what you see, like and subscribe for more content. I will be putting out a lot more content in the near distant future. And see you then. Bye-bye.